He's the National League Player of the Week, obviously deserving of it. But, coming out of spring training, you had him hitting fourth. I'm sure there was still a little bit of curiosity in your mind to see how he'd actually be able to handle it. I guess that question's been answered.
Yeah, again, everybody's going to go through their peaks and valleys. He is a good hitter, and he's probably not going to stay at a 650 clip, but he is a really good hitter, and he's a dangerous hitter, and there's a lot of reasons. He does things the way you're supposed to. He uses the whole field. With 2 strikes, he doesn't just give in and strike out, but he still has the ability to drive the ball. That's why he's good.
You have him, and we've talked about it, between Ellie and Gino. Now you're kind of seeing this lineup come together in real game situation. Are you still liking the way that works, and how does that impact, especially when he's hot, how does that impact the other guys around him?
And I go back to McLean's a big part too, because he's looks like McLean. And it's just, last year we had some guys hitting cleanup that, Marte was hitting 9th. It's different. We're a little thicker. It won't always be the case. Guys will get nicked up. Things will happen. But I think it gives us a little bit longer batting order.
That's Reds manager Terry Francona. The Reds kick off a 3-game divisional series against the Pirates coming up shortly at Great American Ballpark. Yid's got more of the pregame show next on the Reds Radio Network.
Here's tonight's pitching matchup for Cincinnati. It's right-hander Chase Burns. He was 0-3 last season with a 4.57 ERA. Right-hander Braxton Ashcraft goes to the mound for Pittsburgh. He was 4-4 last year. His ERA 2.71. The Reds and Pirates are up next on the Reds Radio Network.
This is Cincinnati Reds baseball.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds baseball is brought to you by AAA, Win on the Road, Bar S Foods, quality meats that are just right. From hot dogs and sausage to deli meats and more, Bar S is just right. Western and Southern Financial Group, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Tri-Health, the official healthcare provider for the Cincinnati Reds. Kroger, fresh for everyone. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds. Reds baseball is also brought to you by
on the radio.
This is the Cincinnati Reds Radio Network.
Be at Great American Ballpark April 10th through the 12th as your Cincinnati Reds welcome the Los Angeles Angels. Stick around after the game on Friday, April 10th for a spectacular post-game fireworks show. Fans in attendance on Saturday, April 11th will take home a Noelvi Marte wall catch bobblehead presented by the Jeff Weiler Automotive family while supplies last. For tickets to the Reds and Angels series sponsored by Kroger Zero Hunger Zero Waste, visit reds.com/tickets.
Think a printer is just a printer? Think again. Today's multifunction printers store sensitive data, connect to your network, and can be a prime target for hackers. At Modern Office Methods, Cincinnati's authorized RICO dealer, they help you secure your devices with advanced encryption and authentication controls. Mom protects your data with automated deletion of stored documents and detects threats in real time with built-in security alerts. Visit momnet.com to secure your print environment today. Modern Office Methods, secure technology for a secure workplace.
For help with your life insurance, retirement, and investment needs, Western & Southern is somewhere you want to be. With one of the strongest life insurance groups in the world, you can feel confident about protecting your loved ones with whole, term, and universal life insurance solutions. Western & Southern is also here to help plan your future retirement with investing strategies that may help grow your wealth too. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started.
Never smiling, never gentle on my mind.
There is a land where excitement meets opportunity every day, where happiness and wonder start to feel like home. A place that makes your heart race at every turn, where a good job and a brighter future are just within reach. Some call this a dream. We call it Kentucky. Your next trip could be your next chapter. So pack up and come see us. It's never been easier to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
It is just about time for baseball on this Monday night in downtown Cincinnati as the Reds and Pittsburgh Pirates kick off a 3-game series. Now, with all the play-by-play, here's Tommy Thrall.
All right, thanks a lot. Yet another beautiful night for baseball, and it is breezy with the wind out to left. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. They're presented by St. Elizabeth Healthcare and the Young Family Cancer Center, a regional leader in cancer care. Start your cancer game plan today at stelizabeth.com/Reds. Beginning with the Pirates, managed by Don Kelly, the center fielder O'Neill Cruz leads it off. Brandon Lau will play second base and hit second. Batting third, the left fielder Brian Reynolds. Marcell Ozuna will DH and hit fourth. Batting fifth, the right fielder Ryan O'Hearn. Jared Triolo plays shortstop and hits sixth. Batting seventh, the first baseman Spencer Horwitz. Nick Gonzalez at third base hits eighth, and batting ninth, the catcher Henry Davis. Braxton Ashcraft will start on the mound for Pittsburgh. Again, Cruz, Lau, Reynolds, Ozuna, O'Hearn, Triolo, Horwitz, Gonzalez, and Davis with Ashcraft pitching. Now for Terry Francona's Reds, 2-1 after taking 2 of 3 from the Red Sox. Leading off in center field, T.J. Friedel. Matt McClain plays second and hits second. Batting third, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Sal Stewart will play first base and hit fourth. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez. Spencer Steer plays left field and hits sixth. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Will Benson. Tyler Stevenson will catch and hit eighth, and batting ninth, the third baseman, Key Brian Hayes. Chase Burns starts for the Reds. Again, Friedel, McClain, De La Cruz, Stewart, Suarez, Steer, Benson, Stevenson, and Hayes. Burns pitching. Pleased as always to be joined by the Cowboy Jeff Brantley. I'm Tommy Thrall. Great to be with you as the Reds and Pirates begin this series. And Cowboy Chase Burns was throwing a lot of pitches early. He looked awfully good, though, against the Brewers.
Yeah, this is an exciting pitching matchup tonight, Tommy. Both Ashcraft and Burns, they are high-end competitors, a lot of fastballs, a lot of big-time stuff.
It's the Reds and Pirates. Hope you enjoy. Let's play. First pitch presented by Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together, and it misses up and away for ball one. 74 degrees is our TempStar game time temperature. Get complete home comfort with a TempStar heating and cooling system. Find your local TempStar dealer at tempstar.com. The 1-0 to O'Neill Cruz is swung on and fouled back. And Cowboy, one of the things that you were noticing about this Pirates team, they aren't waiting around very long.
They like to swing. They're aggressive early. They don't walk a whole lot. And they really don't strike out a lot. They want to put the ball in play.
The 1-1 to Cruz off the plate outside and high. 2 balls and a strike now on the Pirates center fielder O'Neill Cruz. He hit 200 last year. So far in 10 at-bats, he's 2 for 10 hitting 200. Chase Burns, a big breath into his windup, his 2-1 pitch, and Cruz takes just off the outside corner. It's 3-1. Pirates lost 2 of 3 in New York to the Mets. The last 2 games both going to extra innings. They were able to win it in 10 yesterday. Burns into his wind. Here's his 3-1. And Cruz pops it up off the hands right to the third baseman and former Pirate Key Brian Hayes, who makes the catch for the first out.
Still trying to figure out why the Pirates bat O'Neill Cruz leadoff every single ball game. He is leading the nation on the all-hype team.
He's the first out here in the first inning. Now Brandon Lau, spelled Lowe, just like Nathaniel Lowe, pronounced Lau.
This guy can crank it. We've seen that in a Rays uniform.
Already 3 home runs through his first 3 games. The pitch is off the plate outside for ball 1, 1-0.
Pirates and the hitters can kind of tee off on that fastball.
Here's the 1-0 to the backstop on the fly, 2-0.
That one way up there, 99 miles an hour, up over the head of Tyler Stevenson and Junior Valentine, home plate umpire.
And what were you talking about with Ashcraft, right? Same goes with Burns, right? You got that kind of stuff, you got to be in the zone.
Be in the zone, that's right.
He's falling behind Lau, 2-0. Dangerous hitter already. Down and in, spikes a fastball, 3-0. The velocity is great if you're at the ballpark and you can show off on that radar gun.
Yep.
But in the big leagues, you got to get it over the plate. Burns has done that plenty in his brief big league career. Here's the pitch, and back with an inside strike, 3-1.
Yeah, that's a good location right there, 3-0. Brandon Lau did not appear to have the take sign right there. He's looking for one pitch in one spot. And if Burns had left that over the middle part of the plate, we might have seen Lau let it eat.
Here's a 3-1 now, and he'll take low and take the walk. So that fastball coming in at 98, but missing the mark. So free pass. Pirates have a 1-out base runner for Brian Reynolds. Pirates with the gray tops and bottoms today. Pittsburgh in script in black, trimmed in gold. They'll be wearing the home whites on Friday. Home opener at PNC Park. They'll take on Baltimore for that 3-game series. Reynolds kicks away some dirt in the batter's box. First pitch from Burns, down and in for ball 1. Back with the big breaking ball that time.
And it keeps registering slider. I'm not sure what he calls it. I guess it's got more of a slider break. Brantley was talking about the curveball.
That looked like a curveball to me.
More top to bottom.
I'll go by my eyes from our bird's eye view up here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's a fastball, and that's a strike right on the inner edge. 1-1. Let up a little bit, 96. Reynolds has always hit well in this ballpark. Career OPS over 900 here. Man at first, that's Lau with 1 out. Here's a 1-1. And a little bit low. Nope, they'll call that a strike, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that was right at the bottom of the zone.
So now 1-2 on Reynolds. Second baseman McLean trying to cut down the hole on the right side of the pitch. Swung on and golfed out toward right. Benson over a few steps to his right. He'll make the catch for the second out. Over this ballpark, not much to right field there. It's just 325 down the line. Doesn't get out very far. It's 370 to the power alley. 404 to a point in center. 379, a little bit taller wall in left center. And 328 right down the line in left, where Marcell Ozuna will be targeting. Hitting the ball.
And a lot of times there's a jet stream going out to right and right center. It's a great ballpark for left-handed hitters, especially, but righties, our righties, have the ability and the power to reach the seats from the right side.
Here's the pitch. Ozuna coiling that bat, takes a strike from Chase Burns.
The Pirates bullpen is straight down the right field line, and then it's open air underneath a little deck out there, and then the stadium is cut out behind the Pirates dugout, so it kind of creates a little bit of a jet stream going down the right field line.
Up high now, 1 ball and 1 strike.
But currently the flags are blowing in from right field, so we may not see that today.
Yeah, we'll get a better idea once we get some higher fly balls here on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Burns waits on a 1-1 now. A swing and a miss. Down and away slider that time, 1-2. You don't see Ozuna take swings like that very much.
No, he took a big swing, and from our vantage point right here, you could really see he missed that by about 1.5 feet. That shows you the action on Chase Burns' slider. Got a lot of break to it.
Right side is wide open for him. There's a 1-2, swing and a miss. That time the slider down and away. First strikeout for Burns. Pirates get a walk but leave him on. We're through a half inning. It's the Pirates nothing and the Reds coming up against Braxton Ashcraft right after this here on the Post.
The Pirates have already put together some pretty impressive wins this year and are hoping to keep pushing it. But there's another fan favorite in town that also knows a thing or two about winning. Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America for 49 years straight. Being tough, capable, and having the smarts, F-Series is tough to beat. F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And it looks like it's out of here.
At AHN Sports Medicine, we know runners. Trail runners, road runners, marathon runners, 1-mile runners, and the somewhere in between runners. We also know that no two runners are alike, which is why at AHN Sports Medicine, we use the latest research, equipment, and technologies to build your personalized plan. At AHN, we see you. Call 412-DOCTORS to get expert care from AHN, the official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates fans, listen up. If you're in the military, we want to give you the PNC Park experience for less. You and your family are eligible for discounted seats at select home games thanks to our military discount. Visit pirates.com/military.
At Giant Eagle, we're focused on quality, freshness, and all your favorites. Because meals bring us together. Because recipes keep traditions alive. Because the right ingredients make it or break it. Because being traditions alive. Because the right ingredients make it or break it. Because being part of the neighborhood matters. Because what we pick up at the store is what we bring into our lives. At Giant Eagle, we're always going for better to bring you the best. Because it matters.
TJ Friedl will lead it off for Cincinnati. The Pirates going with Braxton Ashcraft tonight.
Big righty Braxton on the mound, just talking about that good fastball. And then a bigger breaking ball, also a shorter, tighter breaking ball.
Starts the day off with 97, ball one. Low to the lefty batting Friedl.
Braxton made 8 starts last year, had a 2.71 combined ERA.
Bouncer toward third, cut off by Gonzalez, and he'll flip it on to first to get Friedl for the out. Playing in for the frequent bunter, and Friedl is out to start the Reds' first inning.
That was a 97-mile-an-hour sinking fastball, and that's exactly what Braxton Ashcraft was trying to get TJ Friedl to do. There's some weak contact on the ground right there. Nice play by Nick Gonzalez coming across the infield a little bit.
First one is tapped foul. And it's a strike on Matt McLean. Ashcraft, 26 years old, out of Robinson, Texas. 6'5". Texas fireballer. McLean off to a good start, 4 out of 10. Check swing on the slider, and no, he went. Jordan Baker says strike, and it's 0-2. Live and late breaking, that slider from Braxton Ashcraft. You got a red hot hitter at the plate. He hit all spring, hit over 500 in spring. Off to a good start in the regular year, and he couldn't hold up on a slider in the dirt. Here's an 0-2, swinging a ground ball between the legs of Ashcraft to second. Lau has it and on to first for the second out. And picking up right where he left off last year, getting a lot of ground ball outs.
Well, Braxton's a big guy, creates a lot of angle throwing the baseball downhill. And when he's down in the zone, and especially with the two-seam fastball that has a little bit of induced sink and a little arm side run, it's going to be rather difficult for a hitter to get underneath the baseball and drive it. So that's why you see a lot of ground balls.
Ellie De La Cruz takes high and away for ball one. 167 so far, 2 out of 12. Yeah, Ashcraft was the best in the National League at limiting the long ball. Anybody that faced as many hitters as he did. Slider down and in makes it 2-0. Make that the curve ball, excuse me. 2-0 on De La Cruz, the switch hitter batting left. 2 ground ball outs for Ashcraft here in the first. No score. Reds batting, 2-0 pitch. De La Cruz takes a strike. And when you can challenge a hitter in the strike zone with a fastball like that, you don't have to trick him on 2-0.
That's right.
Now the 2-1 and a swing and a miss on the down and in curve. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, Ashcraft started 8 games last year, pitched out of the pen as well. A lot of shortened starts, but 2.16 ERA as a starter. That was as a rookie. Ashcraft ready. Here's a 2-2 coming. Fastball just missed inside, turning De La Cruz, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, I think they were trying to go right at the top of the strike zone right there. Came in at 98 miles an hour, 4-seamer. And after the curveball down, that was a perfect pitch selection.
3-2, and it's ball 4. That 2-2 pitch might have been a strike. Very close, and here early in the game, probably wouldn't want to try to challenge that.
No, and especially with the reaction of Ellie De La Cruz, that may have thrown Henry Davis and Braxton Ashcraft off as well.
So a 2-out walk, and remember, De La Cruz, a great base stealer. Right side wide open for the red-hot Sal Stewart. He's the new player of the week in the National League, and he'll pull off the slider, swing and a miss. This guy's hitting 700.
I was just about to say, it's crazy when you hit 700 opening weekend that you wouldn't be the player of the weekend.
7 for 10. The pitch down low and away. Tried the slider again. This time he didn't swing on it. 1 ball, 1 strike to the righty batting Sal Stewart. De La Cruz on at first with 2 away. Bottom of the first, no score in Cincinnati. Ashcraft peeking over his shoulder at the tall De La Cruz at first. Not going. The pitch down low and away again with the slider. And it's 2 balls and a strike on Sal Stewart. Came up toward the tail end of last year, was the Southern League MVP, then went to AAA, then promoted to the major leagues. Was in the Futures game. And so far, a .323 career average. Davis sets up away. There goes De La Cruz. A swinging a ground ball rolled past short and into center, base hit. Running on the pitch, De La Cruz will head to third on that ball that just snuck under the glove of the shortstop Triolo.
Well, it's crazy to think Ellie De La Cruz on the fact that he was stealing right there. You had to think around third base. He might try to score right here, but I'll tell you what, he really gets on his horse. You got to tip the cap a little bit to O'Neill Cruz out in center field for the Pirates on that play. O'Neill recognized that and got to the baseball quickly and very quickly made a good throw into the middle of the infield. Spencer Horowitz, the cutoff guy right behind the mound.
And so first and third for Eugenio Suarez, who will take inside for ball 1 on the 2-seam fastball. And Suarez back with the Reds after playing 7 seasons in Cincinnati. Signed a 1-year free agent deal. Hit a 3-run homer yesterday. He's got 2 on and 2 out here. The pitch, swing and a miss. Curveball in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike.
We've seen a bunch of sliders so far from Ashcraft. I think that's the first curveball we've seen, which is about 7 miles an hour slower than the slider, but a lot bigger, more top to bottom break than the slider, more sweeper like.
1-1. Weak tapper and right out in front of home plate, and Suarez is out. He never got out of the batter's box. And an alert Henry Davis made sure to pounce on that ball and tag out Suarez. That strands 2 for Cincinnati. And we're
As the official bank of the Pittsburgh Pirates, PNC knows that everyone gets excited about different parts of baseball. Some fans love home runs. PNC likes a well-executed sacrifice bunt. Others love sliding catches. PNC prefers pop-ups caught with 2 hands. But everyone loves getting discounts on tickets and merchandise with the Pittsburgh Pirates PNC Bank Visa debit card. Learn more at pnc.com/PiratesCard. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association and used under license.
Food insecurity is something nobody should experience. That's why Edgar Snyder and Associates will donate $50 to the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank for every Pirates double play this season. To learn more and see how you can help double down on food insecurity, visit edgarsnyder.com.
The Tampa Bay Rays come to town on Friday, April 17th for the first Zambelli Fireworks Night of the year. Arrive early to enjoy a pregame Miller Lite happy hour from the time gates open up until first pitch. Then watch the Bucks take on the Rays at 6:40 p.m. And be sure to stick around after the game for an exciting Zambelli fireworks show thanks to our friends at 93.7 The Fan. Get your tickets and see all the 2026 Zambelli fireworks nights at pirates.com/fireworks.
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on your team. CarShield's been in business for over 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They sold us when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
To the second, Pirates nothing, Reds nothing. And it is Ryan O'Hearn to lead it off. Lefty batter. Chase Burns fires a fastball strike to start. Then it's Jared Triolo and Spencer Horwitz facing the righty Burns. O'Hearn off to a great start with the Pirates. 4:29 pitch. Swinging a ground ball softly hit to second. McLean fields and tosses on to first. One out.
That's a good looking changeup right there from Chase Burns. It comes in at 91 miles an hour, so same velocity as some guys' fastballs. But a hitter has to gear up for close to 100, and then you get 91 down at the bottom of the zone. It's hard to get underneath it. It's hard to hit it with much authority, especially when it's down.
So one out for Triolo. Tall stance for the righty batter. Here's the pitch. Up and in, ball one. And Key Brian Hayes started with playing even with the bag, and now he's backed up a couple of steps. Here's the 1-0, and back with a strike. Little bend in that one. The slider, 1-1 to Triolo, who a lifetime in this ballpark hits over 300 with power. Get the ball out of here to all fields. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncer off the plate. Gloved by Burns. Plants, throws, got him. 2 outs. Horwitz coming up. We're stepping out 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. And thanks to all of our affiliates that carry Pirates baseball, including WJAW 630 AM in Marietta, Ohio. Burns to Horwitz. And there's a strike. And don't forget Eastern Ohio. That belongs to the Bucks. One strike on Horwitz. Looking for his first hit. 0 for 7. The pitch. Swinging a foul back up and in on the fastball. That's got to be tough. It's 100 miles an hour. Right in that up and in area.
It's got some good life on it, doesn't he, Joe? That four-seamer.
Burns ahead 2 strikes with 2 outs, nobody on in the second. The pitch. Fastball right there. Strike 3 call. 99 miles an hour. Second strikeout today for Burns. And we'll go to the bottom half. Still scoreless here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City at IC Light.
Problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
You could file your taxes on a basic free service, which is fine.
But are you okay with fine? Because when it's your money on the line, do you really want to guess if you missed a credit or hope the math is right? Get the confidence of TurboTax for free right on the Intuit Credit Karma app. Free Fed and free state for simple 1040s only. Around 37% of filers qualify. See details at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for EITC, CTC, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Now at Wendy's, you can go big, biggie, or biggier. With our new $4, $6, or $8 meal, you choose your deal, as you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More biggie options, more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California.
Spencer Sear standing in to get things started for the Reds.
6 at PNC Park all weekend long, Friday afternoon, 4:12 p.m. for the opener. The 0-1 is swinging a bouncer past Ashcraft to second, and Lau on to first, retires Steer 1 out.
Well, that's 2 of them that Braxton has had to do some fancy footwork to get out of the way of.
Texas two-step.
I tell you what, he's got it down pat. I think he's done that before. But also 2 of them. Brandon Lau's been right in position to make a nice, easy little put out.
Here's Benson. Left-handed bat.
So you're saying Jim Maloney. I'm going to say Don Gullett and go with A. Having no idea what the answer is to this question.
I'm just thinking Maloney was before Gullett.
Swinging a high pop foul, twisting back and out of play.
I don't know much on Brooks Lawrence. But if I'm looking at the system, I should probably say Don Gullett, but I'm going to go with Jim Maloney. He was first.
All right. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, a slow curve, and Benson's down 0-2.
I mean, Gullett played with the Big Red Machine. So if you're winning most valuable player, there's a lot of boys that are most valuable every year.
No kidding. You could have just drawn a name out of a hat. Probably
they don't call him the Great A for nothing.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Will Benson. Inside, did it hit him?
You hit him.
I kind of thought he got hit by it. He kind of reacted like he thought it hit him. I think the Reds are taking a look. They're saying no. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Benson. Nobody on, 1 man out. Ashcraft delivers. And Benson watches the curveball hang outside. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him the breaking ball down and in. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer. Every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern donates to support cancer research, education, and care in the greater Cincinnati area. When it comes to fighting cancer, we're all in this together. First strikeout for Braxton Ashcraft of the evening. Now Tyler Stevenson stands in and takes a fastball too far outside for ball 1. 1-0. Ashcraft in spring training only allowed 3 earned runs in his 4 starts. He just did miss off the outside corner of the fastball to push the count to 2-0 on Stevenson.
Well, it's even more amazing the starts that he made in spring training. He only walked 1 batter all spring.
1 against 16 strikeouts. Swinging a high pop foul right side out of play. So he became pretty tough to ignore. Earned himself a spot in this Pirate rotation. He pitched well last year too. You look at his numbers. He was 4-4 last year between the rotation and the bullpen. Ground ball foul, third base side by Stevenson. The count is 2-2, and then they kind of worked him back and forth between using him out of the bullpen and starting toward the end to help conserve innings. But he went 4-4 and posted a 2.71 ERA.
That's saying something.
And he was really good at the end. His ERA 2.33 in his last 9. Swing and a miss. Stevenson's down on strikes. And the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts for Braxton Ashcraft. And we head to the third. On to Cowboy. We're scoreless at Great American Ballpark. Reds and Pirates on the Reds Radio Network.
easy call.
Get fired up, Bucks fans. Every time the Pirates steal this season, Valvoline Instant Oil Changes steal a base.
Top of the third inning, Chase Burns back to the hill. We are scoreless. Reds and Pirates here in this first game of a 3-game series. A couple of youngsters on the mound. Burns for the Reds, Braxton Ashcraft, 26-year-old right-hander for the Pirates. And both of them have come out of the gate throwing the ball rather well. Burns an 8-pitch, 7-strike second inning. That is the epitome of efficiency. Gonzalez, Henry Davis, and O'Neill Cruz, 8, 9, and 1 for the Pirates due up. First pitch is a breaking ball. That'll hang inside. 1 ball, no strike count here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez playing at third base. Probably more of a natural second baseman by trade, but Brandon Lau holds down that fort. Fouled straight back, fastball up and in. Ball and a strike. Gonzalez comes in with a decent start, hitting at a 286 clip, 4 for his first 14. He does not have a home run, and Burns trying to keep it that way. And he'll miss downstairs. Another fastball. Burns has been anywhere from 96 to 99 with the fastball so far here in the early going. Breaking ball a little inconsistent here early, but he's had it when he's had to have it. And there's one right there. Slider down and away. And Gonzalez right over the top of it for strike 2. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Long look in by Burns this time. Now the Reds righty rocks back. He'll turn it loose. And a breaking ball hit on the ground. McLean at second base, on to first in time. 1 down. So that'll bring the catcher Henry Davis to the dish. Davis, right-handed batter. 2 for his first 8. Has not struck out yet. Drawn a couple of walks. First pitch, I didn't mean to swing, but I did anyway. 99, up there where you could smell it. No ball, 1 strike count. Burns will turn it loose. Another high heater, this time up and away. And Davis not so aggressive this time around. 1 ball, 1 strike count. I mean, Davis was swinging when he took it out of his pocket. Here's the 1-1. And it sails off the outside corner. That's the feeling you get when you throw one by a guy as a pitcher. You feel like, all right, well, I can do that a couple more times. But you got to get it on the dish. 2-1 pitch coming. Breaking ball, foul down the third base line. And again, that breaking ball from Burns, that one didn't quite do a whole lot. 2 ball, 2 strike count. The one thing that Burns has done here in the early going is he has been in the strike zone. The 2-2 pitch. And it's fouled off to the right side, out of play. And that was definitely a late swing, and he just did get a piece of it. I think the ball hit the bat rather than the bat hitting the ball. Another 2-2 from Chase Burns. Big deep breath. Setting away Stevenson. The pitch, Blue Bayou, strike 3, right over the outside corner, 2 down.
I think that might be the first time we've seen triple digits from Chase Burns today. Ran that one up there at 100. That's a good time to reach back for a little extra right there to put a guy away.
That was rolling into high gear for Burns on that pitch. 4-seamer down and away, and it was true and on the money. So here's O'Neill Cruz. And he'll swing right through a changeup on the first pitch. Boy, that's kind of unfair. You're looking for 99 and you get something that stops about halfway there. The 0-1 from Burns. Fastball upstairs, and O'Neill Cruz will lay off of it. Cruz, a former shortstop. The Pirates moved him to center field. I don't think he likes center field. And it has not been a pleasant experience thus far for the Pirates or for O'Neill Cruz in center field. Jam shot grounder right to the second baseman McLean, and another 3-up, 3-down inning for the right-hander Burns. We are scoreless. Bottom of 3 coming up. Reds coming to the plate here on the Reds Radio Network.
Get ready for baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sportsbook of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Tommy Thrall, voice of the Reds here. I was at the old ball yard the other day and got to thinking that the catcher is a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program gives you peace of mind and keeps your home pest-free year-round. The program has 3 options, basic, advantage, and premium. Each addresses different needs and budgets and comes with a dedicated technician. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Have you heard? Dean Dorton does it all, from business advisory and public accounting to technology solutions. We tackle all your business challenges under one roof. Need a business valuation for your construction company? We've got it covered. Looking for managed IT services for your healthcare practice? We do that too. And that's just the beginning. Our award-winning audit, tax, and outsourced accounting services are designed to support your business at every stage. Stop juggling multiple providers and partner with a firm that brings it all together. Visit DeanDorton.com/Reds to learn more. That's DeanDorton.com/Reds.
Klosterman Baking Company is hiring. Get on-the-job training, excellent benefits, 401k, and more. Visit KlostermanBakery.com/careers. Klosterman Bakery, where family values are baked right in.
First pitch from Ashcraft over the inside corner. That is strike 1. 97-mile-an-hour sinker right over the inside edge. It's high velocity night here at Great American Ballpark. Line drive into the glove of the second baseman. Lau, 1 down. Hayes hit it well, but he hit it right at the Pirates' second baseman.
And that's pretty much exactly how he wants to hit the ball. On a line, hard the other way to the right side of second base. But like you said, it was just as though he was playing catch with Lau.
You know, with McLean and Steer, Lau was playing almost on top of second base. With Hayes at the plate, he had moved back over towards the right field line, as Ashcraft pours in a breaking ball to T.J. Friedel as T.J. gets a look at him for the second time. No ball, 1 strike count. Ashcraft turns it loose. He's going to miss downstairs. And again, that sinking fastball just stays right there consistently at 97. Smooth motion, good velocity, great sink. Pitch. Breaking ball off the end of the bat, fielded by the first baseman Horowitz. He'll take it himself, and there's 2 down. And the bat won't be used again unless it's in a store for sale, because it's in about 3 pieces. Caught that one right off the end, did Friedel. So 2 down. That'll bring Matt McLean to the plate. And now Brandon Lau back towards the second base bag. Breaking ball, a slider off the outside corner. One ball, no strike count. Ashcraft works quickly. He'll drop a curveball right over the inside edge. Haven't really seen a changeup from Ashcraft. We've seen fastball, curveball, and a pretty good slider. And a fastball misses away here to make it a 2-1 count to McLean. But you would think, looking at this kid's arm action, that a changeup would be the next step for him. He's got kind of that same look as an Aaron Nola, that low three-quarter delivery, but he's got some zip on that heater. Popped up high into the air into center field. O'Neill Cruz moving to his right. He'll make the catch, and that'll be the final out for the Reds in the third. So we're scoreless through 3. Tommy Thrall's coming back as we head on to the 4th right here on the Reds Radio Network.
Back at Great American Ballpark on another breezy day. It is windy yet again. I mean, the wind is just howling from right to left, and that's kind of how it's been this homestand. Weather's been pretty nice for the most part. A little chilly the other day on Saturday. The pitch is up and away for ball 1 to Brandon Lau. A little chilly is probably an understatement, but
it was cold.
It was cold. That was the one day it wasn't too breezy. 1-0 pitch to Lau. Off the plate outside, and the count's 2-0. But it's windy enough that the flags are almost pointing up. That's how windy it is.
When those poles begin to shake, you know you got some pretty good wind in the air.
2-0 pitch. Lau tried to check his swing. They ask at third. He didn't go. 3-0 now on Lau. You've got Lau leading it off. Then Brian Reynolds and Marcell Ozuna. This is the meat of this Pittsburgh lineup. 3 balls, no strikes, no score, 4th inning. And Burns fires right down the middle of strike. Nope, I guess not. Looked good from where we sit, but I guess it was just a little bit high. It did appear to be a little bit upstairs. So Lau's aboard with a leadoff walk. Both times that Lau's come to the plate, Burns has walked him. Other than that, he has been all over the strike zone to everybody else. Ryan Reynolds flew out to right field his first time up. He stands in with 1 on and 1 out. Or 1 on, nobody out. The pitch to Reynolds is a strike call on the outside corner. The count is 0-1. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle, digital coupons in the app, and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. Now the 0-1 to Reynolds. Swinging a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes.
If you go back to that breaking ball here, I would make sure you bury it. Because that's the pitch that Reynolds flew out to right the first time.
The 0-2 swung on. This is sprayed to the left. Into the second deck, out of play. 0-2 on Reynolds.
Reynolds has always has that knack to be able to stay quick enough on the fastball, but stay back enough where he can catch the breaking ball out front.
The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? They ask at third. Yes, he did.
That's burying it.
Stu Sherwater with the call in the right fist. Down on strikes, Brian Reynolds. That slider way down and in. Reynolds had no chance. And he definitely went. 4 strikeouts now for Chase Burns. 1 gone, and now Marcell Ozuna. He struck out his first time up. Pitch. Ozuna swings, lifts it in the air, deep to right, going back toward the corner. Benson into the corner and foul ground. He makes the catch. A 1-pitch fly out into the right field corner in foul territory for Ozuna for the second out here in the 4th inning. And
normally that ball is in the seats down the right field line because it's slicing. But because of that wind you were describing earlier, Tommy, it just kind of held the ball on the field of play.
And a good job by Benson to keep tracking it the whole way and not giving up on it. Because it definitely, like you said, that looked like that was going to be a ball that would slice off into the seats. But it didn't. Now Ryan O'Hearn, the pitch. O'Hearn takes up and away for ball 1. The count is 1-0 on Ryan O'Hearn. He had a big day yesterday. O'Hearn went 3 for 5, a couple of RBIs. He had the go-ahead hit in the 10th inning for the Pirates. The 1-0 pitch to O'Hearn. And he takes down too low. O'Hearn, a former 8th round pick, originally with the Royals. Broke in with Kansas City in 2018. Spent the last few years in Baltimore. Was an all-star with the Orioles last year before they dealt him at the deadline to the Padres, and then signed with the Pirates. 2 balls, no strikes on O'Hearn. Lau off first. Now the 2-0 pitch off the inside corner. This guy can play a little bit, Ryan O'Hearn. Had 17 home runs last year, hit .281. And he is off to a great start this year. He is 6 for 14 entering play today. 3-0 pitch. And O'Hearn swings and fouls it straight back. So he was swinging there, 3-0, and he put a good swing on it. That's what you want to see. If you're going to swing 3-0, you better give it your A swing.
You got a fastball right down Broadway, and he put a good swing on it. He didn't overswing. He just tried to get the barrel there. He was just a bit tardy. Of course, it was 98.
The 3-1 pitch. High and outside, second walk of the inning for Burns. That's his 3rd of the game. He has struck out 4, walked 3. The Pirates do not have a hit, and now Tyler Stevenson's out to visit with Burns. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Cincinnati Reds field crew. Pennington Grass Seed, the grass is greener.
Well, you've got Jared Triolo at the plate with 2 outs. And Triolo tries to stay in between the shortstop and the second baseman. He tries to shoot the ball right back up the box. Last at bat, he hit the ball back up the middle. He just happened to hit it right at Chase Burns.
Burns did a nice job to make the play off the mound toward third. Triolo, right-handed hitter. He's only 2 for 13, but he's been on base each of the Pirates' first 3 games in New York. Now in it comes. Triolo, check swing, a pitch upstairs. They ask it first, and he went around. Jordan Baker goes up the right fist. Triolo doesn't like it. He thought he checked. 0-1 the count on Triolo. 2 on, 2 out. Both men aboard by way of the walk. And the 0-1, swing and a miss. Nothing fancy about that. Good old-fashioned country hardball, and he blew the fastball by Triolo. And Triolo.
Gotta believe another one of those is coming.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he was pretty tardy on it. I think you might want to go right back to that well. 0-2. Here's Burns. The 0-2 pitch. And he tried to, but he missed up and away with a fastball. It's 1-2.
Tried to get on that one a little too much.
Lyles off second. O'Hearn away from first. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Triolo. Burns brings it. Swing and a miss. There it was. 99 right on by him. Triolo down on strikes. And the inning comes to a close on Burns' 5th strikeout of the game. Middle of the 4th, and we're still scoreless at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Bring the family to see the Bible come to life at the Ark Encounter and Creation Museum. Located in northern Kentucky, just 45 minutes apart, these 2 attractions offer 2 unique experiences. Choose from a variety of ticket options as you plan your visit to the world-class Creation Museum and Ark Encounter. Tour the awe-inspiring life-size Noah's Ark at Ark Encounter or meet animatronic dinosaurs at the Creation Museum. Kids 10 and under visit both attractions free. Plan your visit at arkencounter.com.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballparks spotless so fans can focus on the game and not the grime.
So far, the Reds have the game's only hit. No score, bottom of the 4th inning. Ellie De La Cruz checks his swing at a breaking ball down and in. They ask at third. Stu Sherwater says no. Now the count is 1-0. De La Cruz walked his first time up. The hit came from, well, of course, Sal Stewart. Who else?
National League Player of the Week.
Bingo. He's waiting on deck. The 1-0 pitch. Ellie watches a breaking ball zip in for a strike.
That's a good pitch right there. That is a good pitch. Started as a ball, came biting back to the inside corner.
1-1 now on Ellie. And the 1-1 pitch is a beauty. Sinking a fastball to the inner half of the plate. Down around the knees, and it's 1-2 on De La Cruz. Ashcraft working out of the windup. Now De La Cruz will use a timeout and back out of the box. Ashcraft doesn't really even move. Still stares in, really hyper-focused. Looks over the top of his glove, brings the hands down, kicks and fires. Misses too high with a fastball. And that'll leave the count at 2-2 on De La Cruz.
Look, both of these guys are competing tonight that are on the mound. They are fighting for it.
Ashcraft, a quick worker, the 2-2. And Ellie grounds it right between the shortstop and second baseman on the right side of second base and on into right center for a base hit. He's on for the second time.
That in itself could be quite a dilemma for the Pirates, because if Ellie decides that he's going to start running tonight, this guy at the plate, if he finds a gap, hold your hat.
Well, that was kind of the recipe the last time this duo were in this situation. Ellie was running, went first to third with a single by Stewart. They'll pick to first, and Ellie's easily back to the bag. And that's the thing. You don't see just a lot of token moves over to first base. You usually get a pitcher's A move. So now Ellie could have a pretty good read on this right-hander Ashcraft. He misses way off the outside corner for ball 1 to Sal Stewart. And this is one of those situations right here where we're kind of talking about it in the spring. Now more with Eugenio Suarez, but it still holds just as true with Stewart. When a pitcher's focus is away from the hitter, they're more susceptible. There goes the runner. The pitch is high. Throw to second. Close. Out at second is De La Cruz. On a bang-bang play, it was a great throw from Henry Davis. Down to the second baseman covering. And Ellie tried to sneak his hand in under the tag, and the Reds will not challenge.
Yeah, Davis got rid of that ball rather quickly. It was a bounce throw, but it was low, and he got it out of his hand in a hurry. May have gotten De La Cruz by about an inch or two.
Oh. It's a big league play all the way around. Good jump, good speed of Ellie, good quick release by Davis, and he got a high fastball to handle. Pitch is in off the plate, a breaking ball, and now it's a 3-ball, no-strike count on Sal Stewart. So Ellie's caught stealing in his first attempt, and Stewart watches the strike. It's 3-1. Look, I don't think that's a bad situation there. 3-1. And that's a little bit low on the outside corner, and Stewart draws the walk. The thing that's the most remarkable, well, I don't know about most remarkable, but it's just as remarkable as how well he's hitting, is the plate discipline for such a young hitter. Stewart has now walked for the 4th time. That was his 12th at bat, and he hasn't struck out yet.
I'm right there with you.
Now Suarez, the pitch. Suarez swings, hits it sharply out of the reach of Lau, diving at second. Stewart makes the turn at second. He's going to dig for third and make it standing, and the Reds have him at the corners with 1 out.
That was quite a piece of hitting from one Eugenio Suarez. Instead of that front shoulder out, lift and separate, he just stays right on it and shoots it right through the right side of the infield.
Really nice piece of hitting. And the Reds have him at the corners for Spencer Steer. Let's pause for ID along the Reds Radio Network. Best opportunity for the Reds right now. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. First pitch to Steer. Swinging a high fly ball, deep right field. Going back, O'Hearn to the edge of the track. He'll make the catch. Stewart will tag at third. He will score, and the Reds have the lead.
That's a nice piece of hitting back-to-back. First Suarez shooting the ball through the right side of the infield. And then Spencer Steer elevating the ball down the right field line. That's a nice job. Get him over, get him in.
And in a game like this where runs are hard to come by, offense is hard to come by, period, you'll take one when you get the chance.
Boy, that's a nice piece of hitting by Steer right there.
Now Benson, the pitch. Benson takes 2 high for ball 1, and the count's 1-0 on Will Benson. Benson struck out his first time up. Well, it was as if he was looking for something he could do that exact thing with. He got it, got the job done. Benson fouls it back. The count's even 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, neither Suarez nor Steer were opening up and trying to see how far they could hit it. They did their job. Suarez shoots the ball the other way, gets the runner to third. Steer follows with an inside-out swing, gets it in the air into right field.
And if this team continues to do that up and down the lineup throughout the season,
they'll have some fun.
The pitch to Benson's right down the middle for a strike. They're going to be a bunch of tough outs in this lineup because they're all capable of it. Suarez off the bag at first there with 2 outs. Reds have a 1-0 lead in the 4th. Ashcraft to the plate with a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball pounded into the ground, foul, first base side. Still a ball and 2 strikes. If you're listening today on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? Benson down to the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and there's a bullet into the right field corner. It's going to land fair and rattle around. Digging it out is O'Hearn. Suarez getting the wave around third. Relay throw to the plate. Up the line and by the by the catcher and the pitcher. Benson into third, and it's 2-0 Reds.
Really nice job by third base coach Willie Harris. Brandon Lau does not throw well at all. And as Suarez rounded third, Lau was getting the ball. A good throw to the plate, he's out. But Harris is waving him. Lau rushed it, and he airmails it all the way to the backstop.
All the way by Davis and the pitcher, Ashcraft, backing it up. Ashcraft didn't even have a chance to get a glove on it.
That's the part of being the third base coach. Not only do you need to know the outfield arms, you need to know the shortstop, first baseman, infield arms so you have an idea about when to send and when to hold.
They'll give him a double. He goes to third on the throw, the pitch. Swing, and there's a line drive skipping on a short hop to the second baseman, Lau. He'll field and throw to first in time to get the out. Side retired. So that does it for the Reds here in the fourth inning. They get two, and we go to the top of the fifth. 2-0 Reds on the Reds Radio Network. Looking for his first big league win, Chase Burns is back to the mound here in the fifth inning, now with the lead 2-0 in favor of the Reds. And it'll be Spencer Horwitz, Nick Gonzalez, and Henry Davis coming to the plate. That's the bottom third of the Pirate order in the fifth inning. Let's look at the answer to our Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Since it was established in 1955, 7 pitchers have been selected as the winner of the Ernie Lombardi Award as the Reds' most valuable player. Pitcher Andrew Abbott was chosen as last year's winner. Who was the first pitcher to win this award? In there for a strike to Horwitz. The count is 0-1. A, Don Gullett. B, Brooks Lawrence. C, Jim Maloney. You said Jim Maloney. I said Don Gullett. Here's the 0-1. Up and away, and the count is even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Are you staying with C, Jim Maloney, as your final answer?
I don't know the answer.
The correct answer is C, Jim Maloney. Well done. The pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Horwitz. Reds Hall of Famer Jim Maloney was the first pitcher to win the Reds MVP award when he
was pretty good.
1963. Yes, he was. 1-2 pitch. Horwitz swings and sprays it foul down the left field line. That's out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Horwitz. Horwitz struck out his first time up, 1 of 5 Chase Burns strikeouts so far in this game. Burns has looked awfully good. He's lost his command just a few times. Fastball runs up and away. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. He has walked 3. In fact, he's walked Brandon Lau twice. And he walked Ryan O'Hearn with 2 outs last inning. Burns with the 2-2. Swinging a hard hit ground ball through the right side. That's a base hit and the first hit of the game for the Pirates.
That was a slider that stayed on the plate. It didn't quite have that bite that we saw earlier in the ball game.
Horwitz is on for Nick Gonzalez. He grounded out at the second baseman his first time up. Safe to say that Burns burst onto the scene last year. He was 3rd in the big leagues with a strikeout rate of almost 14 strikeouts per 9. The pitch down too low, and it's a 1 ball, no strike count on Nick Gonzalez, and he definitely has the strikeout stuff.
Well, just amazing to be able to take the ball and function when your first two starts are against the Yankees, and then the second start is at Fenway against the Red Sox.
And the Red Sox pounded him. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled away. And
seemed like they had every pitch he was throwing.
Sure did feel that way. And that's the thing, too, about that. I mean, that's got to play with your head a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And then to come back from that and
pitch against the Dodgers the next. I can't remember who that third stop. I thought it was somebody pretty good. Maybe the Giants.
Burns is home with a 1-1 pitch to Gonzalez. Fastball just a little bit low. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
The thing that you have to love about watching Burns on the mound is the ability to compete. He is getting after it.
2-1. Soft roller left side. Hayes has it. McLean, 1. Around to Stewart. Not in time. It was a softly rolled ball to the left side. The Reds did a good job to get the lead runner and make it close at first. But it didn't appear that Ke'Bryan Hayes had a great grip on the ball to feed it to McLean.
Well, the problem that you have in Ke'Bryan Hayes' defense there is you're going so far towards second base, it's not like you can just throw an absolute P to the second baseman because you're within 10, 15 feet of him.
Take him out if you do that.
Might hit him right in the chest. Have to start compressions.
Henry Davis now. He takes 2 high for ball 1. The count's 1-0 on Davis. McLean absolutely gave that throw to Stewart everything he had and still made it relatively close.
McLean can turn it over now.
Oh, man, the 1-0. Davis takes a look at the strike, and the count is even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. That was the one thing that you could still count on with Matt McLean last year. Even though he wasn't hitting, he was still a big boost to this team defensively. 1 ball, 1 strike on Davis. Runner at first, 1 out. The pitch. Swinging and a miss at a fastball at 97 up and in, and the count's a ball and 2 strikes. Gonzalez the runner at first. Davis down a ball and 2 strikes here. Burns cuts it loose. Fastball too high. Left it upstairs. Gonzalez has the lead. Burns ready at the belt, and the right-hander's 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball in the dirt. Davis looked like he had no chance.
Well, that one had a bit of bite to it. He kind of spun that one in the zone to Horowitz for the first pitch or first batter of this inning hit. But this one, he just took a dive at home plate. That ball went straight down. Kind of a gyro slider.
6 strikeouts for Chase Burns now as he deals with O'Neal Cruz for the 3rd time. Swing and a miss at the first pitch slider. Same pitch. And an ugly swing by O'Neal Cruz for strike 1.
That time back door, and the ball's going straight down. It's not coming back.
He's 0 for 2. A pop out to 3rd and a ground out to 2nd. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that runs up and away at 99 to Cruz, a left-handed batter.
We've seen several 99 and 100-mile-an-hour pitches from Chase Burns here tonight.
From the belt, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another slider, and O'Neal Cruz just flailing at it. He's down a ball and 2 strikes. Cruz has struck out 3 times in 6 at-bats against Chase Burns. The 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. It's outside. Throw to 2nd. Not in time. Stolen base and an easy one for Nick Gonzalez. There was nothing that Tyler Stevenson could do there to try to cut down Gonzalez. Reds leading it 2-0. But now a runner in scoring position for the Pirates here with 2 outs in the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes on O'Neal Cruz. Burns from the belt. A stare at 2nd. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. 7 strikeouts for Chase Burns through 5 innings of shutout baseball against the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Halfway through it here at Great American Ballpark. It's the Reds 2, Pirates nothing on the Reds Radio Network.
Hey Reds fans, Barry Larkin here, proud Red and Hall of Famer. I've been part of moments that changed the game in an instant, but some calls change lives forever. For families waiting on hope, that call can mean a second chance. That's why I support Network for Hope. I am a voice of hope. Learn about organ, tissue, and eye donation at networkforhope.org. Reds fans, will you answer the call?
Some of the most interesting conversations and important questions about the present and future can happen around the dinner table with the ones you love. For answers you can trust, rest assured Western & Southern's family of companies is always here, enabling you to cherish every moment, big and small, so you can live the life you want to live for generations. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Spring is back in Reds country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together. Your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Mulch season is here. Mulch America has you covered with triple processed color enhanced mulch offered in black, brown, and red. We also have large amounts of natural mulch available. Check out all of our products at mulchamerica.com. That's mulchamerica.com.
Brian Hayes swings the first pitch. Skies one to right. Going back is O'Hearn to make the catch. Just shy of the track out toward the 370 sign for out number 1. Well, Cowboy, it kind of looked like Chase Burns might be done for the day. Arm shakes, high fives all around in the Reds dugout. You see him going back out for another?
I don't think so. I think the other starters are saying, what, are you done?
Up and away for ball 1 to TJ Friedl.
He's still got his game face on. He's not playing right now. He will be in a few minutes.
Reds have action in their bullpen. It'll be Franco getting loose and coming in from the bullpen behind Burns. The pitch is blowing in. They will go ahead and give Will Benson a triple instead of the double and advancing to third on the throw. He never stopped, and he didn't slow down.
No, he was getting it.
Pitch off the plate outside to TJ Friedl. So,
and to be honest, for Benson, he probably would have had a triple if nobody had been on base anyway.
Right. Now Friedl looks a strike. Fastball at 94.
I mean, once he gets that train going, he's picking them up and putting them down.
Yes, sir. Now the 3-1. And Friedl takes outside for ball 4. So the Reds have their leadoff man, no, they don't, because Hayes flew out to right to start the inning. The Reds have a one-out base runner here in the 5th inning.
They have their one-out leadoff man.
One out. He is their leadoff man. He's just not leading off the inning. So 1 on with 1 out. Here's Matt McClain. The Reds scored twice in that 4th inning. The 4th inning was brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon.
It's the romantic bourbon.
It is very romantic.
I like that story now.
That's a good story.
Kind of hit me a little bit.
Yeah. Did you well up, get a tear?
I didn't go that far.
Oh, okay. Here's the 0-1.
I just thought it was highly interesting.
McClain skies one to center. O'Neal Cruz fading back over his left shoulder. Now drift in to make the catch. Friedel's going to bluff from first, but he stays put. You don't want to test his arm. 2 men are out, and that'll bring up Ellie De La Cruz. Well, Ellie's been on both times he's been up so far in this game. He walked in the 1st inning. Then he singled in the 4th inning, but he was caught stealing second. He's been in motion a couple of times, but Sal Stewart singled behind him, and Ellie went first to third when he took off in the 1st inning. TJ Friedel at first with 2 outs. Reds are leading it 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Braxton Ashcraft comes set, and the right-hander's home with the first pitch to De La Cruz. He got under it, skies a pop-up into left field. Brian Reynolds is under it, waiting on it. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. The Reds get a base runner and a walk. He's stranded at first, and we go to the 6th. Still Reds 2, and the Pirates nothing on the Reds Radio Network.
Well, we have a major league debut. One Jose Franco out of the Reds bullpen. Franco coming quickly through the Reds organization last year. Led the Reds minor leagues in starts and wins. 26 starts, 10 wins. Strikeouts, he was second with 118. And innings pitched, 110. And here he is in his major league debut.
He will get Brandon Lau, the first batter he faces. The first pitch to Lau in there for a called strike. Franco has a 2-run advantage to work with. The Reds leading it 2-0. And the Reds will ride Franco for a while. You mentioned it. He's a starting pitcher, the 0-1. Swung on, fouled away off the left side. He came up when the Reds put Nick Lodolo on the injured list to start the season. 0-2 the count on Lau. Lau walked both times up against Chase Burns today. Burns went 5 innings of shutout baseball, allowed just 1 hit, walked 3, struck out 7. Franco's home with the 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul off the mask of Tyler Stevenson that ends up just in front of the screen behind home. 0-2 the count, holding here on Lau. He had a nice spring. We saw Franco 3 times. He started twice.
He can pitch.
4 2/3 innings. He did give up a couple of runs on 5 hits. Struck out 8, only walked 1. 0-2. And just off the outside corner on an 0-2 pitch for ball 1. It was a little bit off the edge. Now the 1-2 pitch. And it dives low, slider down, evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Fastball 96, 97. He can locate it on both sides of the plate. Seems to be calm and cool out there, not overhyped just because it's the big leagues.
2-2 pitch, and there's a line drive base hit into right field. So single for Brandon Lau begins the Pirates' 6th inning. He's on for the 3rd time today. He's been an on-base machine already for the Pirates early on in his tenure with his new club.
Well, there's no doubt that Brandon Lau has always been able to hit. He wakes up swinging the bat.
He's on now. Brian Reynolds standing in. 1 on, nobody out. Franco readies, and the right-hander's first pitch on the way. Reynolds swings, hits a one-hopper to Stewart, spins, throws the second one. Ellie back to Stewart at first, got a double play.
Nice job by Sal Stewart. Great return throw by Ellie. He's got a cannon.
3-6-3 double play. That erases the leadoff single here in the Pirates' 6th inning.
That's got to make Sal Stewart feel awfully good. Not often do you see that 3-6-3 double play. He was able to make the turn and make the throw and then receive the turn.
And Cowboy right there, it was a confident throw by Stewart to second base.
Yeah, he didn't throw a hand grenade down there.
No, he did not. Marcell Ozuna takes a ball low. First pitch fastball from Franco to Ozuna. And I think Tyler Stevenson's turning around as if to say, I think I should have challenged that. It was close.
Looked low.
Might have been a little down. Here's the 1-0. That's a good breaking ball in there for a strike at the knees. The count is even 1-1.
Of course, on this night, it could look low, but might be low.
I see what you did there. The 1-1. Grounded foul. Remember when the Lows and the Lows were on the same team?
With the Tampa Bay Rays.
That was fun, huh? Trying to keep that straight. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ozuna. Nobody on, 2 men are out. 2-0 Reds, 6th inning, and Franco fires. Swing and a foul back. Got to play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful night for baseball. It's the first game of this 3-game get-together between these 2 division rivals. Series continues tomorrow. Brandon Williamson against Bubba Chandler. It is 6:40 beginning again. The pitch. Swinging, there's a weak roller to Ellie. He's in, gloves. He'll throw in plenty of time to get Ozuna half-heartedly cruising down the line. Side retired, and that'll do it for the Pirates here in the 6th. Nice job by Franco making his major league debut, posting a scoreless inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still the Reds 2, Pirates nothing on the Reds Radio Network.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Get ready for the new baseball season with the exclusive retail sportsbook of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM, make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Hey, Reds fans! Goodwill is teaming up with the Reds to make donating easier than ever. We'll be at Great American Ballpark on May 8th and 9th. Bring 3 clothing items to donate and score a free ticket voucher to a future Reds game. It's a win-win-win. Plus, join us for Abilities at Bat Day on May 9th, celebrating inclusive baseball for all. Goodwill and the Reds, teaming up for a stronger Cincinnati. Learn more at cincinnatigoodwill.org/Reds.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 106 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Miami University is first in Ohio and 12th nationally for a 4-year graduation rate. Plus, 99% of our grads are employed or furthering their education within 6 months of graduation. Miami University is where today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
Texas swing and a breaking ball from the right-hander, Braxton Ashcraft, who's still out there for the Pirates. That was just his 67th pitch of the game. Ashcraft has been incredibly pitch efficient in this contest. The 1-0 off the plate down. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count on Sal Stewart. Well, surprise, surprise, Sal Stewart's been on both times he's been up today. The pitch, Stewart takes over but low. And it's a 3-ball, no strike count. Sal Stewart has now been on base 12 of his first 15 plate appearances to start the season.
Man on a mission.
No surprise, he was NL Player of the Week, and he takes inside.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
That is home plate umpire Junior Valentine saying that the Pirates have challenged. We turn our attention to the board. Survey says Stewart.
The pitch is a strike. Pittsburgh has 2 challenges remaining.
Split the inside corner. So now it's 3-1. Stewart still way ahead of the count. First challenge we've seen today. The 3-1 pitch, rather.
It's outside that one.
No, that was way outside. So Stewart works the walk anyway, and he's on for the third time today. So he has now been on base 3 times in each of his first 4 games this season.
It looks like the Pirates are trying to get as much as they can from Ashcraft, but just from our vantage point, he's starting to dwindle as far as his stuff is concerned. He's down to 94 on the fastball.
Runner off the bag at first. The pitch to Suarez, a strike on the inside corner. This would be a good time to try to jump all over him. Back-to-back extra inning games perhaps taking a toll on the Pirates bullpen. The 0-1 pitch way in off the plate. That'll even the count at 1-1 on Gino. Suarez singled in the 4th inning, then came around to score on the triple by Benson. Ashcraft comes set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's a high strike on the inside corner of the slider, 1-2.
As a hanging slider, you don't want to throw that out over the plate.
Big hole on the right side. Suarez went that way last time. Out in front of a breaking ball here and pulls it into the camera well at the far end of the Pirates dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Eugenio Suarez. Runner on at first with nobody out. Ashcraft to the plate with a 1-2. Suarez swings, skies it foul off to the right behind the Reds' first base dugout. 1-2.
Ashcraft reached back for a little extra there now. That pitch was at 97.
Outfield straight away against Suarez. Second baseman cheating toward the bag with the first baseman holding Stewart. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, and that's fouled straight back. Suarez staying alive. Down to the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Ashcraft turns his shoulders as he looks at first to come set. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Instead, he'll pick to first, runner back. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. Again, the 1-2. Down and away, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. A good idea to keep an eye on Sal Stewart. He will run. Inches off the bag at first, and the 2-2 pitch. Down and away. Breaking ball fills up the count, 3-2. And Cowboy, you're right. He just kind of looks like he's gassed right now.
He didn't quite have the same location with Stewart at the plate. And he's having a tough time getting a put-away pitch here to Suarez.
Now they just begin to stir in the Pirates' pen. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him the slider down and away.
Chase ball 4.
It was outside, but Suarez strikes out for the first out here in the 6th. Just the 3rd strikeout of the game for Braxton Ashcraft. Let's pause for ID along the Reds Radio Network. First pitch to Spencer Steers, a curveball in for a strike, 0-1. Steer, sac fly to the right field corner is last time up. Now the 0-1 pitch. He swings and lifts this one high into the air, right in the middle of the diamond. The catcher there in front of home plate on the grass to make the catch. Braxton Ashcraft never saw it. He was standing in front of the mound looking up at the sky going, is there a ball up there? He didn't see it. Fortunately, his catcher Henry Davis did. Now 2 gone. After that towering pop-up from Spencer Steer. Will Benson laced a triple into the right field corner that scored Eugenio Suarez in the 4th. Reds put up 2. It's still enough. They lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ashcraft out of the stretch, fires, and the pitch to Benson's in there for a strike.
That looked low.
Benson roped a triple into the right field corner. In the fourth, now the pitch. He swings and misses at a curveball, diving down and out of the zone. He's behind the count 0-2. See, this is when a pitcher kind of digs a little deeper.
Yeah, this tells you all you need to know about Braxton Ashcraft. He has just kept coming after it, even with his stuff down a little bit.
The 0-2 pitch to Benson. Breaking ball low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes, because he definitely doesn't look the same at all.
He's just figuring out how to get outs. Made some big pitches to Suarez.
85 pitches so far tonight for the right-hander, and his 1-2 pitch on the way to Benson. Picked to first instead, chases Sal Stewart back to the bag. And make no mistake, the Pirates need him right now to do this. I know it's just the 4th game of the year, but they've had to rely heavily on their bullpen in the first 3. The 1-2 pitch. Benson takes over, but low. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Well, the benefit for Ashcraft is his last start in spring training. He threw 81 pitches. So
Ashcraft sets ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Benson swings, puts a charge into it to center, but right at O'Neal Cruz, who backs up a couple of steps, make the catch. Benson just missed it. The inning is over. The Reds can't cash in on the leadoff walk here in the 6th. We go back to Cowboy in the 7th. It's the Reds 2 and the Pirates nothing on the Reds Radio Network.
Top of the 7th inning here at Great American Ballpark. Reds are leading the Pirates 2-0 here in this first game of a 3-game series. Reds plated 2 runs in the 4th inning. That's the only runs in the ball game. It has been a pitching affair so far tonight as rookie right-hander Jose Franco pours in strike 1 to the left-handed hitting Ryan O'Hearn. Franco back to the plate. Foul to the left side, out of play. Franco making his major league debut. Gave up a leadoff single to Brandon Lau. Promptly retired him with a 3-6-3 double play. Got Ozuna to ground out. That was his first major league inning. And he's trying to add another scoreless one here. Long look in for the rookie right-hander. And he'll step back, and now time is called as Stevenson heads out to the mound. But this is not something that's unusual, and you can see Franco smiling. Franco likes to play with the hitter's timing by pausing as long as he can with that clock ticking down. He'll come set quickly, and then he'll make the hitter sit and wait. And it looked like Stevenson thought maybe there was some confusion as this pitch is fouled back. And you could see as Stevenson got out there, Franco was smiling as if to say, I was doing that on purpose. So the youngster with a bit of swagger and some confidence here on this night. Here's another 0-2. Changeup off the outside corner. A 1-ball, 2-strike count here to Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn, Triolo, Horowitz. 5, 6, 7 here in Don Kelly's Pirate order. The pitch. There's a looping liner. It'll fall behind the second baseman McLean for a base hit. Hit it off the end of the bat and just kind of served it out into right field. So another leadoff single for the Pirates here in the 7th. And that will bring Jared Triolo to the plate. Triolo grounded to the pitcher and struck out. Both of those at bats coming against Red starter here tonight, and the pitcher of record, that would be Chase Burns. First pitch misses outside. A breaking ball, a slider down and away. And it's a 1-ball, no-strike count here, the right-handed hitting Triolo. Triolo 2 for his first 15. And Franco trying to keep it that way. Back to the plate. Fouled off to the right side, out of play. 1-ball, 1-strike count. O'Hearn really not a threat to run. And if you're the Pirates in this position, you're just you're hoping for a long ball here, not trying to steal the bag in any stretch of the imagination. The pitch outside, a fastball pulled way off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike here to Jared Triolo. Triolo playing shortstop tonight, and you wonder if he's just keeping that position warm for 19-year-old phenom Connor Griffin. Strike over the outside corner. There was a lot of talk about a contract, a long-term deal for Griffin during spring training. Burst onto the scene, hitting some tape measure shots. But ultimately starting the season in AAA. This one tapped foul off to the first base side. I think there are a lot of folks that are fans of the Pirates that are checking their watches to see when the date and time will be when Connor Griffin is called to the big leagues. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Franco. Foul to the right side off the bat of Triolo. He ran that fastball right up on his hands. Count stays at 2-2. Triolo back into the box. Nobody out here in the Pirate 7th. They've got a runner in O'Hearn at first base with a leadoff single. The pitch. Fouled back again and extended it back for Triolo as he is proving to be a tough out here. He is very tardy on the fastball. Right-hander Franco comes set. Back to the plate. Breaking ball lifted high into the air. Shallow right field. Heading towards the line. Benson is there. He'll make the catch. 1 down. Seems like every foul ball that's got any height to it down the right field line is staying in play. There's several of them that we have seen tonight. 2, of course, from Benson that he has caught right on the wall that normally would have been into the seats.
Yeah, that wind is just cutting the slice out of a lot of those fly balls.
Here's Spencer Horowitz. He singled his last time up. Pops this one up, foul to the left side, out of play. A fastball right up on his hands. No ball, 1-strike count. The one thing that we have seen from Franco, he is pounding the strike zone. He looks like he's been out there for about 15 years. No ball, 1-strike count. He's making his major league debut. That pitch will miss just a tad down, a changeup.
It doesn't have the mound presence of a guy making his big league debut, I'll tell you that.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Confidence you can't teach. You got to come with it like luggage. The pitch off the inside corner, a fastball in. That will brush back the left-handed hitting Horowitz, and it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Franco sets. He checks O'Hearn at first, held there by Stewart. The pitch to the plate, and it's just a tad inside. It's a 3-1 count now to Horowitz.
Graham Ashcraft and Sam Maul both throwing in the Reds bullpen right now.
Righty-lefty action. Reds trying to protect a 2-run lead. They lead 2-0 at the moment. The pitch. Popped up high into the air, shallow center field. Out is De La Cruz. In is Friedl. He makes the running catch. 2 down. Well, Friedl came a long way for that ball.
Yeah, he did.
That looked like it was going to be in no man's land momentarily. De La Cruz went out, and normally Ellie is awfully adept at catching those balls, but the wind was taking it back behind him. I think Ellie was going to have a hard time with it, and Friedl closed on it in a hurry. Here's Nick Gonzalez, right-handed hitting third baseman for the Pirates. He'll take a slider off the outside corner, and it's a 1 ball, no strike count.
You know, we've talked about it before. The way that Ellie can go back on a ball like that.
It's amazing.
It's like having an extra outfielder out there.
It is. He covers territory that no other shortstop, no other infield can cover. And it's not just speed, it's just his ability to adapt to the ball in the air. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's a 2 ball, no strike count here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has grounded to second. He is also tapped to third base. And I'm sure that Jose Franco and the Reds would settle for either one of those right here. The pitch. Outside, that's into the dirt. It was a breaking ball on the 2-0 pitch, and it's now 3-0 here to the 8-hole hitter Gonzalez.
A little dirt and chalk got up in Stevenson's eyes there.
Isaac Metzen, the right-hander, begins to throw in the Pirate bullpen. Franco with a 3-0 pitch coming. Bullseye right down Broadway. A fastball. 3-1 now to Gonzalez. A leadoff single by Ryan O'Hearn, and he is still standing at first base. The 3-1 from Franco. Ground ball right under the glove of third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes. Boy, you don't see that very often. I don't think you see it ever.
No. That is extremely rare.
It just went right underneath his glove.
He expected it to come up. The ball stayed down, and it just went right under his glove.
So a second hit in the inning. And that'll put runners at first and second base. It will also bring Terry Francona to the mound. With the right-handed hitting Henry Davis coming to the plate. Franco's night is done. We've got a pitching change. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. It's 2-0 Reds at the moment. Pirates threatening on the Reds Radio Network.
To live the life you want to live, Western & Southern is here to help you figure it all out. Our ever-expanding range of life insurance, retirement, and investment solutions are designed to do all the outworking, outthinking, and outperforming so you can outdream. We'll do the heavy lifting to help protect your family's financial future, grow your wealth, and to help make your dreams happen. Western & Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Bring the family to see the Bible come to life at the Ark Encounter and Creation Museum. Located in northern Kentucky, just 45 minutes apart, these two attractions offer two unique experiences. Choose from a variety of ticket options as you plan your visit to the world-class Creation Museum and Ark Encounter. Tour the awe-inspiring life-size Noah's Ark at Ark Encounter, or meet animatronic dinosaurs at the Creation Museum. Kids 10 and under visit both attractions free. Plan your visit at arkencounter.com.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Right-hander Graham Ashcraft out of the Reds bullpen, his third appearance on the year. He's allowed one run in his inning in 2/3. Throwing the ball awfully well. Big spot for the Reds right here with the number 9 batter Henry Davis at the plate. First pitch cutter off the outside corner, a 1-ball, no strike count. Davis is pretty much all or nothing. I mean, he comes unglued with a swing. You just don't want to run into the bat. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Hard breaking ball down and away, and right over the top of it was Henry Davis. 1-ball, 1 strike count. 2 down in the inning, runners at first and second base. The pitch. Check swing, he could not check in time. Another slider from Ashcraft, and it's a 1-ball, 2 strike count. What Davis gets started really early. I mean, the only thing in his mind right now is 3-run home run, and I'm swinging for it. And that can be dangerous at times, especially if you just spin one up there and it doesn't break. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That broke. Down and away, and Ashcraft has punched out Davis for the final out in the 7th. Reds leading 2-0 as they come to the plate here in the bottom of 7, right here on the Reds Radio Network.
At Cincinnati Children's, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown health system with a global impact. Every day, we care for every child who walks through our doors, because every child deserves the care we give. But we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
Great American Ballpark and Great American Mustard. Some things just belong together. Family owned and Ohio made, Wilbur's Mustard has been a Reds game day favorite since 1905. If you're at the ballpark or watching from home, top off your hot dog, burger, or brat with Wilbur's Mustard.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
2-0 Reds. Tyler Stevenson to lead off the Reds' 7th inning as right-hander Isaac Matson out of the Pirate bullpen. This will be his 3rd appearance of the young season. No record. A 10.80 ERA. Matson has allowed a couple of runs in his inning and 2/3 pitched. And the Reds will try to add to that if they can here. Any kind of insurance run or runs would be awfully nice heading into the final 2 frames of this one. Fastball down and away. 1 ball, no strike count.
But kind of take a little pressure off that bullpen, wouldn't it?
Matson sets and to the plate. Fastball downstairs. 2-0 here to Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson hit an absolute rope his last time up. A one-hopper that looked like it was going to handcuff Brandon Lau, but he was able to make the catch. This one popped up high into the air into right field. O'Hearn moving towards the right field line. He'll make the catch, one down. So here's Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hayes is 0 for 2 tonight. He lined out to Lau in his first at bat, flied to right. That came in leadoff fashion to begin the fifth. Matson out of the stretch. The right-hander turns it loose. Fastball down and away, 1-0. So far from Matson, every pitch has been a fastball. And he'll throw another one, and he will get a called
the batter's
strike.
Challenging the pitch.
And just like that, Ke'Bryan Hayes taps the top of the helmet. Let's see what it is.
I think he's going to win.
It is down and away, and it's a 2-ball, no strike count.
Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
Reds haven't lost one of those yet. Only team, or they've been the best team in baseball so far.
They've done very well from the batting standpoint. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that is downstairs, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count. Here to Ke'Bryan Hayes. Then we go back to the top of the order. T.J. Friedel waiting on deck. The 3-0. Right down Broadway. Fastball right there. Maybe this guy just throws heaters.
Well, something to be said for that, isn't there?
Nothing but fastballs so far in this ball game. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Matson, and it's off the outside corner. That's ball 4. Let's pause for identification here on the Reds Radio Network. Well, Matson will draw a visit from the Pirates pitching coach. That would be Bill Murphy.
Yeah, you were talking about how everything he's thrown so far has been a fastball. Can that be an effective strategy out of the bullpen, or do you really need a second pitcher if you're good enough at locating and mixing up your locations and maybe even changing speeds with it to a certain extent, you can still have success?
Well, if you're pitching ahead in the count and you move the fastball around, you still need something else. Today's hitters, you're not going to get away with just throwing heaters unless you're just effectively wild, and right now that's kind of where Matson sits. There's another, that's a changeup. Maybe the pitching coach told him, hey, throw something else.
I think he taught him one right there on the mound.
That's a quick meeting usually when the pitching coach comes out and says, throw some more, something else, throw some other stuff. Here's the 0-1, and it's another changeup. Maybe he told him, hey, start throwing all changeups.
All or nothing now, huh?
1 ball, 1 strike count. It was all fastballs, and now it's all changeups here to Friedel. Hayes with the lead at first. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And a fastball right in the heart of the plate. You know, you look at Matson and his kind of short, quick delivery with the arm, and he's straight over the top, so the ball kind of sneaks up on you, I would imagine, from the hitter's standpoint. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Matson sets, and he'll turn it loose, and it is popped up foul to the left side, into the seats and out of play. It's not always about measured velocity, it is about perceived velocity. There are a lot of things that you can do on the mound that hide the ball a bit, maybe the way that you release it, maybe how far you step to the plate, how close you are when you let the ball go. Another foul ball to the left side out of play. That's why you see some hitters or some pitchers that just get lit up throwing 98 or 99 miles an hour. And then there are other pitchers that are throwing 92, 93, and the hitter's late on everything. It's all in the eyes of the hitter and how they perceive that velocity. Another 1-2 pitch from Matson. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Got him to chase a fastball away. 2 down. So here's Matt McLean. McLean 0 for 3 here tonight. He is grounded to second. He is flied to center field in his last 2 at-bats. Pitch from Matson is ripped to right field. It's got some height. It's got nothing. He's out. That ball died in a hurry. That wind just cut that one down. I thought he hit it pretty well.
I did too.
Final out of the inning. The Reds will strand a base runner but lead 2-0 as we head on to the 8th. Tommy Thrall's coming back here on the Reds Radio Network.
Oneil Cruz leads off the Pirates' 8th inning. It's still Graham Ashcraft on the mound for the Reds. He came in, struck out Henry Davis to end the Pirates' 7th. Reds were able to work around the leadoff hit from Ryan O'Hearn that inning. Still 2-0 in favor of the Reds. The first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 on Oneil Cruz. Reds fans, make sure you stay tuned after the game for the Reds postgame show. Named the Toyota Tundra Star of the Game. Plus, you'll have scores, highlights, all kinds of stuff coming up after. Swing and a miss. Good slider down and in. Oneil Cruz right over the top of it. You've got a couple of lefties coming up now, which kind of plays right into Graham Ashcraft's hands. Brandon Lau will follow the left-handed hitting Oneil Cruz. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a slider. 1 down. Reds pitchers have now combined to strike out 9. In his major league debut, Jose Franco went an inning and 2/3 scoreless, allowed 3 hits. Didn't strike anybody out, didn't walk anybody. Now Brandon Lau on the first pitch to Lau is taken down too low for ball 1. Low to Lau. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we'll see how Terry Francona wants to handle this. Would he use Pierce Johnson to finish it off? Johnson pitched yesterday, but 2/3 of an inning. Swing and a miss. A cutter at 100, and it's 1-2 on Lau.
Either way you slice it, if you use him, Pagan, or Santillan, it's going to be 3 days in a row.
Or do you use Ashcraft for one more inning if he gets through this? 1-2 the count on Lau. Ashcraft to the plate, the 1-2 pitch, just a little bit low. Two and two on Lau. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a pitch in the dirt. It rolls out in front of the plate. Stevenson cleans it up with the toss to first. So that strikeout goes 2-3. Now 2 outs. And now you get Brian Reynolds, another left-handed batter, because he's a switch hitter that'll bat left-handed against the right-handed throwing Ashcraft. He'd probably be better served going up there right-handed. 10 strikeouts now by Reds pitchers. First pitch to Reynolds, swung on and fouled away. 0-1. Ashcraft has struck out the first 3 that he's faced. Nothing in 1 on Reynolds. The 0-1. And Reynolds takes low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander readies. There's 1-1. And he misses with a slider high. 2 balls.
Last year that pitch is a strike, but with ABS, that high part of the zone is lower. So you don't quite get those pitches up around that are just above the belt.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good cutter at 99 down, and Reynolds swung right over it.
Oh, that's just wicked. That's a new delivery, grip, whatever you want to call it. But Ashcraft is throwing 99 to 101. We saw his first time out. Shorter, later bite on that cutter.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Reynolds. Ashcraft trying to strike out the side in the 8th with the Reds up 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a weak roller, foul up the first base line. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reds trying to improve to 3-1 on the year. Got to get 4 more outs. Looking ahead to the Reds in the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be the meat of the order with Ellie, Sal, and Suarez. The 2-2. Swinging a weak ground ball to McLean. He'll go to a knee to field and flip it over to Stewart for the out. Side retired, and Ashcraft has retired all 4 that he's faced out of Reds bullpen. A 1-2-3 8th takes us to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Reds still leading it 2-0 on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
There is a land where excitement meets opportunity every day, where happiness and wonder start to feel like home. A place that makes your heart race at every turn, where a good job and a brighter future are just within reach. Some call this a dream. We call it Kentucky. Your next trip could be your next chapter. So pack up and come see us. It's never been easier to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroom using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championsavenow.com.
Hi, it's Dan Horde. Cincinnati weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Pirates go back to their bullpen. They will bring on right-hander Justin Lawrence. Kind of a sidewinder, if you will. But he got a little giddy up to that heater.
It is Connor Phillips loosening in the Reds bullpen, and it appears that Tito is getting him ready for the ninth. The first pitch to Ellie De La Cruz is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 on Ellie. He's been on 2 out of the 3 times he's been up. He walked in the first inning, singled to the fourth, flew out to left field his last time up in the fifth. The 0-1 right down the middle of the strike. 0-2. Good fastball, split the plate. Really didn't think that Connor Phillips would be available given that he went 2 innings on Saturday. And those were some serious high leverage innings.
Yeah, those came in the 10th, 9th, and 10th.
The 0-2 pitch, way off the plate outside. Sidewinding delivery stays away.
Actually, 10th and the 11th.
Mm-hmm. And with both of those innings starting with a runner at second base, that is highly stressful. The 1-2 pitch to De La Cruz. And right on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Froze him with a fastball that split that outer edge and catches Ellie looking. One away in the 8th inning.
I guess Tito figures they can give me 2 innings of shutout baseball with a runner starting at second in both of those innings. I'll run him out there with nobody on and see if I can get that 0.
Here's Sal Stewart. First pitch to Stewart's off the plate outside. The count's 1-0. Not bad going from making the team as one of the last guys in camp to make the team to now all of a sudden you're being asked to close out a game against a division rival in the 4th day of the season.
When you start the big league season, especially early and you're in the bullpen, it is game on.
Breaking ball low to Stewart. 2 balls and no strikes. He's been on all 3 times he's been up. He's walked twice and singled. Stewart put a good swing on a 2-0 fastball, but he fouls it back. It's 2-1. Sal's only the 5th Reds player to reach base 3 times in each of the first 3 games. Now a strike to Stewart. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he's just the 6th major league rookie since 1961 to reach safely in each, 3 times in each of the first 3. Have to get back to you on how many guys have done it in each of the first 4. He strikes out looking on a breaking ball here. So he's down on strikes. First time that Sal Stewart has been struck out this season. 1 gone here in the 8th. Now Eugenio Suarez will come to the plate. Base is empty and 2 outs. Suarez has hit a tapper right at home plate for an out. 2 unassisted to the catcher. His first time up, singled and scored a run in the 4th inning, and then he struck out in the 6th. He watches a first pitch breaking ball sweep low, and the count's 1-0 on Eugenio Suarez. Now Lawrence home with the 1-0. Inside, almost got him, but he got out of the way of it. And it's 2-0 on Eugenio Suarez.
I don't know how he got out of the way of that
either.
That was a heat seeker. Not only did it start in, but it ran in even further.
Almost clipped the jersey. But he eluded it. 2-0 now on Suarez. And the 2-0 pitch. And again, 3-0. Lawrence coming in a lot here in this at-bat to Eugenio Suarez. It's a 3-ball, no strike count. Bases are empty with 2 men out. Reds are leading the Pirates 2-0 in the 8th inning. The 3-0 pitch. And a strike on the inside corner. The Pirates in the 9th inning will have Ozuna, O'Hearn, and Triolo. 4, 5, and 6. Now the 3-1. Right down the middle. Breaking ball for strike 2.
It's a pretty good hook right there. Started off the plate on the 3-1 pitch. Snapped right back to the middle.
So now a full count pitch coming to Suarez. Lawrence delivers. Swinging a ground ball foul. Third base side. We'll try it again. Reds fans, start this season with 4 new tires from your local Ford dealer and 4 free tickets to see the Reds. Now for a limited time, buy 4 new tires, receive 4 free Reds tickets courtesy of your local Ford dealers. Visit your local participating Ford store for complete info. Again, the payoff pitch to Eugenio Suarez. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball away. And that'll do it. So Lawrence comes out of the Pittsburgh bullpen, and he strikes out the side here in the 8th. We go to the 9th inning. Reds trying to hold on up 2-0 against the Pirates. Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds go back to the bullpen. They'll bring on youngster right-hander Connor Phillips to try to close it out.
2-0 in favor of the Reds. Ozuna, O'Hearn, and Triolo due up here against Phillips. Phillips was absolutely brilliant against the Red Sox in extra innings, going 2 innings of scoreless baseball with the runner at second base. He didn't allow that guy to score either time. Spins a breaking ball outside for ball 1, 1-0 on Ozuna. Phillips home with a 1-0. Another breaking ball dives down and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
Got Dane Myers in center now. Friedel moves over to left. Steer moves to first. Stewart struck out, so he's out of the game.
2-0 pitch.
Tough league.
Down too low on the outside corner. It's 3-0. Well, the Reds are up by 2. Last thing you want to do here in the late innings of a close game is walk the leadoff man and give him a chance. You bring the tying run to the plate if you walk Ozuna here in the 3-0 pitch. Phillips to Ozuna. Fastball inside, ball 4, and he missed with 4 straight. And now they start to get a little uneasy there in that Reds first base dugout. And Tyler Stevenson sensing that same thing. He's going to go out to the mound and try to settle down Phillips here after he throws 4 straight bad ones. Sal Stewart became just the second major league rookie since 1958. Rookie rules became official to reach base 3 times in each of his team's first 4 games of a season. The other to do it, going all the way back to 1958, Stephen Kwan of Cleveland, just a few years ago in 2022. So there's the answer to that question. Now Phillips dealing with Ryan O'Hearn. 1 on, nobody out. Tying run to the plate. Phillips delivers. And the pitch is a strike on the inside corner to the left-handed hitting O'Hearn. See, he just needed a man on base. That's where he works more comfortably. 0-1 on O'Hearn. Phillips from the belt to the plate, the 0-1 off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two runs on 4 hits for the Reds. Pirates scoreless on 4 hits as well. The pitch down and in, 2-1. Breaking ball that missed badly there from Phillips. And he's behind Ryan O'Hearn, 2 balls and a strike. We talk about it all the time. The 9th inning is just a different animal. And Phillips from the belt to the plate, the 2-1 pitch, low and in, 3-1.
And it's a different animal because you make it that way mentally. It's still just 3 outs. As soon as you get over the fact that it's the save, it's the end of the game, I got to be this, I got to be that, just be yourself.
3-1 pitch on the inside corner, strike called. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Runner at first, nobody out. Connor Phillips trying for his first major league save. The pitch, swinging a ground ball foul, first base side. If he's able to do that, he would also lock up the first big league win for Chase Burns. On a day where Jose Franco made his big league debut. The 3-2 again, swinging a foul back. Still a full count here on O'Hearn. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ozuna at first. Phillips sets. And the 3-2 pitch. Way high and outside of the fastball, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to begin the inning, and now Derek Johnson's going to go to the mound and chat with Phillips. And you wonder if they begin to work in the Reds bullpen here. That was a lengthy at bat. And Sam Maul starts to throw now in the Reds bullpen. Brandon Phillips, Aaron Harang, Reggie Sanders, and Lou Piniella have been selected as the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame's class of 2026. The 4 inductees will be honored on field April 25th as part of the Reds Hall of Fame induction celebration presented by PNC. Get your tickets for this historic weekend now at reds.com/tickets. So Derek Johnson will head back to the dugout while having a conversation with Junior Valentine. Runners at first and second base, nobody out. Jared Triolo's at the plate. The only saving grace of this situation is that the deeper you get down the line in this Pirates lineup, the better chance you have on the mound. Triolo 0 for 3 today. He is 2 for 16 to start the year. The pitch, and he swung at a terrible pitch. A breaking ball that was a foot outside at least.
See, that cracks me up from hitters. You just walk 2 batters and you swing at a pitch that's a foot outside on the first pitch of the at-bat.
Now the 0-1. Breaking ball. This one's right on the outside corner. He swings right through it as 0-2. Now that was a great pitch. It's a strike whether he swings or not. And maybe that gets Phillips right back on track. It's 0-2. This crowd ready to erupt for some free pizza. Triolo down to the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Phillips comes set from the belt, a look at second, the pitch, and strike 3 called, got him looking. Breaking ball. Froze Triolo, he throws his hands up into the air. He thought about challenging, didn't, they still have to, but it was strike 3 on a good pitch. And that is 11 strikeouts by Reds pitching today. Starting tomorrow, every fan with a ticket from the game can enter your ticket number at larosas.com/Reds to get that coupon code for a free small 1-topping pizza thanks to our friends at La Rosa's. Spencer Horwitz swings and fouls away the first pitch, strike 1. 0-1 to count on Horwitz. So he starts him with a fastball at 99. Horwitz is 1 for 3 today. He is struck out looking, singled, and flied out to center. 2 on, 1 out. Phillips delivers the 0-1 pitch. Fastball just a little bit low. He split the plate with it. It was down, and now it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Horwitz. The 1-1. Breaking ball, skied in the air. High, shallow left. Here comes Friedel. He's under it, 2 down.
Nice little comeback. Whatever the message was from pitching coach Derek Johnson, it obviously refocused Connor Phillips. He is definitely a different pitcher the last 2 batters than he was the prior 2.
Nick Gonzalez is the batter. And a pinch runner in the game now at first base for the Pirates is Billy Cook. Cook representing the tying run into run for Ryan O'Hearn. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 Reds, 9th inning. Phillips delivers. Swing and a foul back, strike 1. And I mean, he's starting to get that breaking ball dialed in. That was just shaving the outside corner to the right-handed hitting Gonzalez. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fly ball, short right center field. Out goes McLean, in comes Benson, and McLean makes the catch and holds on while Benson slides in under him and takes out his feet. That's how it ends. Reds win it 2-0 over the Pirates here at Great American Ballpark to take the series opener.
Ooh, what a way to end it.
Well, there were 2 guys that were determined not to let that ball fall in.
They did not.
Benson went low, McLean went high, McLean caught it, but Benson was there just in case. So that's it. Reds hold on and win 2-0 over the Pirates. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, Reds.TV season pass subscriptions are on sale now. Stream all locally distributed games in the Reds home television territory with no blackouts for just $99.99. Learn more about how to catch the Reds action all season long with Reds.TV and get answers to frequently asked questions at Reds.com/watch. Subject to national exclusivities.
Think a printer is just a printer? Think again. Today's multifunction printers store sensitive data, connect to your network, and can be a prime target for hackers. At Modern Office Methods, Cincinnati's authorized RICO dealer, they help you secure your devices with advanced encryption and authentication controls. Mom protects your data with automated deletion of stored documents and detects threats in real time with built-in security alerts. Visit momnet.com to secure your print environment today. Modern Office Methods, secure technology for a secure workplace.
There is a land where excitement meets opportunity every day, where happiness and wonder start to feel like home. A place that makes your heart race at every turn, where a good job and a brighter future are just within reach. Some call this a dream. We call it Kentucky. Your next trip could be your next chapter. So pack up and come see us. It's never been easier to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
Now at Wendy's, you can go big, biggie, or biggier. With our new $4, $6, or $8 meal, you choose your deal, as you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More biggie options, more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California.
2-0 Reds beat the Pirates tonight at Great American Ballpark, and it was a good win for the Reds. They've now won 3 straight. Here's a look at the totals for the Reds. 2 runs on 4 hits with no errors and 6 left on base. For the Pirates, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 8. Chase Burns gets the win, now 1-0, his first Major League victory. The losing pitcher is Braxton Ashcraft. He falls to 0-1, and Connor Phillips earns his first Major League save. This game was played in 2 hours and 17 minutes in front of a crowd of 13,626. Reds and Pirates continue the series tomorrow night. More on that after this on the Reds Radio Network. 2-0 Reds over the Pirates. They've won 3 straight. Now the Reds will try to make it 4 in a row when they send left-hander Brandon Williamson to the mound. And, boy, this will be good to see Brandon Williamson back on a big league mound. The last time that Brandon Williamson pitched in a major league game, you've got to go back to the end of the season in 2024. So it has been a while. So it'll be good to see Brandon Williamson back out there for the Reds. Right-hander Bubba Chandler will take the ball for the Pirates. First pitch, same time tomorrow, 6:40. We'll be on the air at 6:10. That's all for tonight. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. For the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, our producer-engineer, Dave Yiddy Armbruster, our studio producer back at our network headquarters has been Drew Westerheide. I'm Tommy Thrall saying goodnight from Great American Ballpark, and stick around.